Welcome to today's thrilling story. Despite his pessimism on everything, he fully trusts Jimmy for his proven performance on the Wild court. He firmly believes that with Jimmy's skills, the team would definitely pick him, especially since he's their biggest fan, but Jimmy doubts himself constantly. He admits playing just a year in high school team with no chance of selection. His friend urges, seize this rare chance. Countless football fans dream of going there, and despite poor team performance in recent years, stepping onto their field is still a coveted dream. Even if he could only be on the field for an hour, it would be memorable enough to last a lifetime, and Jimmy starts to waver inside. But now he must solve survival issues, find his dad at midnight and confess his plight. Unbeknownst, his father's life is tough too, with aging legs and a mother by her wine bottle. Asking dad for money is tough for adults, but in dire straits, family is the last refuge. Upon learning of the team trials, Dad urged him to try hard, noting failure wouldn't greatly impact their life. Feeling renewed confidence, Jimmy shows up at the tryouts, and the coach's decision seems to be paying off. The place is packed, with barely any room to breathe, and the sheer scale grabs the attention of the media. But while everyone here is brimming with enthusiasm, they mostly lack the skills. There are some hulking giants, and let's not forget the older gentlemen who seem to be chatting with the air. There's even a young lad who's been knocked down by a football, making this place feel more like a circus. The media even calls it an unprecedented horror show. The coach wishes to end his self-made fiasco till Jimmy arrives. As soon as Jimmy appears, the coach's eyes light up. He stands on the 40-yard line, the referee blows the whistle, and he bolts out like an arrow. With his lightning speed, no one can match him. Every muscle is vibrating with intensity, and each step is filled with incredible power. His time of 4.5 seconds leaves all the coaches dumbfounded. Next, Jimmy is set up for the catching test, where his incredible talent shines through. He always seems to intercept the ball just in time, no matter the angle. He catches it like it's a piece of cake. However, after the test, Jimmy finds out his car won't start, as if it's telling him, you might have issues with this tryout. Just as he's at a loss, the coach appears to surprise him. When he asks where Jimmy went to school, Jimmy truthfully admits he never went to college. When the coach inquires about his age, they both fall into an awkward silence. Back at the pub, Jimmy's life returns to normal, and football is still the hot topic among folks. TV is showing news about the tryouts, and a reporter quips, while the South once basked in glory, it's now just a stage for the masses. Fortunately, the team retains sanity, selecting just Jimmy, now cleaning the bar. When they hear about Jimmy being picked, disbelief runs across their friends' faces, and the boss excitedly announces, I'll cover all their tabs tonight. Aisha, a die-hard fan of the team, can't hide her joy at hearing they picked Jimmy. The boss pulls Jimmy aside to give him some cash as a small token of appreciation. However, Jimmy kindly declines her offer, explaining he's just temporarily with the team and not guaranteed to stay. As they chat, Aisha is about to head home from work, and the boss notices their chemistry, so he asks Jimmy to give her a ride. Walking down the breezy streets, it feels like they have endless things to talk about. Perhaps from past heartbreaks, Jimmy feels uneasy yet plays it cool. Once home, a friend suggests turning on the TV for sports, but Jimmy's room is already stripped bare. His ex-wife has taken everything, and out of desperation, he has to knock on his neighbor's door late at night. On TV, they're airing an interview with Jimmy, and everyone shows overwhelming support, calling him the Cinderella in non-slip shoes. Jimmy suddenly becomes a household name overnight. His dreams come to life, but so does the pressure. So he has to work even harder to meet everyone's expectations as the eastern sky turns golden. She starts her training on the vibrant streets, but returns home gasping after just a couple of steps. At that moment, Jimmy feels like giving up, but looking at his chaotic ruin, the taunts of his ex-wife flood back. But recalling all this reignites her motivation. Life is a one-way street. There's no turning back. Facing storms and adversities head-on is the only way to break through and be reborn. So she turns around resolutely, trains crossing a twilight hue bridge. Every single drop of sweat is a testament to her indomitable spirit. The arduous accumulation will one day transform into effortless grace. On the stage of her dreams, she will surely shine brightly. Days later, Jimmy arrives at Camp Full of Hope, but on entering the dorm, she finds a laughably unfortunate thing. She discovers her name is misspelled on the uniform, and the staff just dismisses it, saying she's lucky to even be here for 3 days. Without hesitation, Jimmy takes out the scandal photo of his ex-wife, hides it under a towel to remind himself to give his all. Among these tall young players, Jimmy feels out of place, like a dragon among old geezers.